Hey everybody, I'm back with another mail day. Got some nice cards that have come in the last 2 weeks, and I just wanted to show them off for you. Starting up here, this 1962 Topps Killer Bruce Sims one in orbit. Big fan of those in-action cards, and I can just imagine some kid back in the early 60s maybe even doesn't have access to seeing what a player's swing would even look like. Maybe you listen to the games on the radio, or maybe you're from a different part of the country and you've never even seen Killebrew swing. This card does a pretty cool job of showing that powerful swing that Killebrew had. But I've always been a fan of those motion cards. Love the '86 Fleer baseball too. There's a Don Bagley one that I love. That kind of reminds me of that. A nice Nellie Fox. A slightly off-centered Pete Rose. That's why it's an excellent at 6. Got it for a good price, just under $100. Really colorful card. One of the more colorful cards of Pete Rose's 60s playing career. Just a common rookies there from 66. Really sharp 68 Phil Necro and excellent mint 6. It's got much better eye appeal. I think if the centering is a little better top to bottom, that thing's an 8. Another really sharp card, this 71 Topps World Series Game 5 shows Brooks Robinson snagging a ball at third base. He had a great series defensively there in that 70 World Series. That card really looks better than a 7 too, especially for a 71 with those black borders and edges and corners. It's very tough. Looking at the 76 Kellogg's Rod Carew for the Crew collection. And then I'm a really big fan of the 76 Top set. So I got a couple catchers. For some reason I always thought the picture of these guys in their catcher's gear was really appealing. I've always loved the catcher cards. So you've got the Carlton Fisk, and then in 76, if an All-Stars, they did that star on it to denote that they were an All-Star. Kind of like it with the catcher instead. But two cool cards from two great catchers. And then sticking with the Johnny Bench theme, a 79 Johnny Bench. And coming down here to the last row, a Kellogg's Robin Yount from 82. Then a couple Carl Yastrzemskis from late in his career. I figured, I'd pick up a couple more Yastrzemskis, and these were fairly cheap. Just cool cards, add to the collection. And the last card, really a pure nostalgia piece from my own childhood, this 91 Upper Deck Michael Jordan. It says it's a SP1. I really don't know how short printed it was. Considering 91 Upper Deck, I don't know. Talk about mass produced. This stuff was everywhere. Every grocery store in town had cases of this stuff. So it wasn't exactly an exclusive product. It seemed like everybody and their kid brother were collecting cards in 91. Everybody I went to junior high with at the time was a collector. But I never did open up a pack with one of these in it. So I remember actually when this happened in 1990, when he was that summer being over at my friend's house and watching him on Sports Center or something like that, and thinking, man, Michael Jordan, what can't that guy do? As a young kid, just idolizing Mike as the basketball player. And this was before he won his first championship in 91 that summer, when they defeated the Lakers. So this is the year before he begins the first of his championship run. So kind of a cool picture, and especially historic in the fact that he would eventually give up the basketball to pursue that baseball career. And I think some of those seeds were probably planted in that day. He was doing that batting practice for the White Sox. And he was doing it with the White Sox because their owner was the Bulls owner as well. So he had an inside connection. But I'm sure most of you know that. But that's a quick recap of some cards here that I've got in the last 2 weeks. Once again, everybody, I appreciate your posts and comments, and I'll talk to you again soon.